This presentation analyzes the responses of participants at the Transportation Assets and Barriers Workshop held in Keokuk on March 23rd and a random sample survey sent to Keokuk residents. The information in the following slides aims to inform the Keokuk Visioning Committee and design team during the design process. We conducted community focus groups and sent a random sample survey to 900 Keokuk households. The quantitative data collected from the survey responses complement the qualitative information gathered at the focus groups. Different transportation users have different needs and priorities. Older adults want access to local services. Active recreationists want to be challenged while engaging in physical activity. Parents are concerned for the safety of their children. Individuals with mobility challenges want smooth surfaces and safe traffic crossings. Youth want complete sidewalks and safe traffic crossings. We conducted focus groups with people from each of these different demographics to obtain a complete picture of the transportation system in Keokuk. All user types drive and walk to local destinations. Youth, parents, older adults, and active recreationists bike around town. Older adults and active recreationists also run or jog for fun and exercise. Youth of various ages also ride the school bus to school. Focus group participants were asked what they consider community assets. Residents appreciate the views of the river that they can take in from a variety of places in town. People of all ages take pleasure in experiencing nature, including birdwatching, hunting for geodes, gathering wildflowers, and picking berries. Because of the wide level sidewalks and handicapped accessibility, Grand Avenue and Main Street are considered great places to walk. Some people like walking, running, and biking in shaded areas. Parents are grateful for the National and Oakland cemeteries because they are safe places for their children to ride bikes. Rand Park is a popular destination among all user groups. Focus group participants appreciate the various activities Rand Park offers, such as enjoying views of the river, walking, biking, connecting with nature, disc golfing, and skateboarding. However, youth wish that there was more lighting along routes to Rand Park, so the walk would feel safer at night. During the focus groups, participants also identified undesirable features in town. All groups are frustrated with gaps in the pedestrian and cyclist connectivity throughout town. Inadequate sidewalk infrastructure and deplorable roadway conditions are also prominent issues for all groups. Flooding and drainage problems were a common grievance amongst residents, specifically at the intersections of 11th and Main Streets and 6th and Johnson Streets, as well as along 11th, Concert, and North 7th Streets. High-speed, heavy traffic was noted along Main Street and on the streets adjacent to George Washington Elementary, which are particularly busy during pickup and drop-off on school days. Finally, focus group participants had the opportunity to tell us what changes they want in Keokuk. All groups desire a complete system of ADA-compliant sidewalks across town, especially with connections to retailers north of downtown, remote residential neighborhoods, and parks such as Tolmie and McCready. All groups also want a trail system in town, with connections to local parks, cemeteries, and schools. Active recreationists, older adults, and parents want more bike infrastructure around town, while individuals with mobility challenges, active recreationists, older adults, and parents want some form of public transportation. In addition to the focus groups, we distributed a random sample survey to 900 households. Understanding what types of improvements are important to residents gives the committee insight on how to prioritize projects. The information summarized here includes respondents' willingness to help, their enhancement priorities, preferred commuting, biking, and walking routes, and qualities they desire on their biking and trail routes. More than 42% of respondents indicated they were willing to help with the visioning process, whether it be volunteering time, money, or both. How do we get people to help? According to an ISU study of small Iowa towns in 2014, a common reason residents said they didn't become involved in community projects was that no one asked them. Others indicated they didn't know how to become involved. These results show that the best way to get people involved in community projects is to simply ask them, along with advertising opportunities through traditional and social media outlets. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, participants in Keokuk ranked better neighborhood streetscapes as the most valuable transportation enhancement. Other enhancements that address better night use, more accessibility for seniors, safer routes to school, and better pedestrian connections are also considered important. Regarding the quality of the built environment, survey respondents also consider improving the downtown streetscape and enhancing seasonal beauty as priorities. Most survey respondents drive to important destinations such as the convenience store, the post office, school, and church. More than 27% carpool or ride with someone else. More than 9% of participants said they walk, and 4.5% bike to their destinations. This map shows the commuting routes identified by 63 survey respondents. The frequency that the routes are used is depicted by their width, with the routes used most often being the thickest. The primary commuting corridor into and out of Keokuk is Highway 218. Many people also travel on Highway 316, Concert Street, Plank Road, and 270th Avenue to get to work. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, survey participants ranked the characteristics and features that factor into their choice of commuting route. Among Keokuk participants, time to destination was the most significant factor. Other reasons, such as avoiding stoplights and bad road conditions, were the second most important factor when determining commuting routes, followed by avoiding drifting snow, water, ice, etc. This map shows the walking routes identified by 91 survey respondents. The frequency that the routes are used is depicted by their width, with the routes used most often being the thickest. Grand Avenue is the most popular walking route among survey respondents. People also enjoy walking in Rand Park. Other popular routes include North 17th Street, Boulevard Road, River Road, and portions of Orleans Avenue and Washington Street around the high school and middle school. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, survey participants ranked the characteristics and features that improve their walking experience. These features are categorized as either connections or conditions and elements. Keokuk respondents consider conditions and elements as more important determiners of their walking routes. Factors such as lighting, well-kept surroundings, traffic control, and shade are considered important, but the most influential aspect affecting walking routes is the quality of the sidewalk. This map shows the biking routes identified by 27 survey respondents. The frequency that the routes are used is depicted by their width, with the routes used most often being the thickest. Cycling routes are similar to those of walkers and include city streets such as Grand Avenue, North 17th Street, River Road, Boulevard Road, and in Rand Park. Some bikers ride out of town on River Road, 270th Avenue, Highway 218, and Carbide Lane. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, survey participants ranked the characteristics and features that improved their biking experience. These features are categorized as either connections or conditions and elements. Keokuk participants consider connections slightly more influential than conditions and elements. Access to trails is the most important connection to survey respondents. In terms of conditions and elements, low vehicular traffic was most important, followed by well-kept surroundings. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most important, survey participants ranked the characteristics and features that improved their trail experience. These features are categorized as either connections or conditions and elements. Conditions and elements are more important to Keokuk trail users than connections. Access to natural areas is the most important connection among trail users. In terms of conditions and elements, well-kept surroundings are most significant, followed by lighting and shade. Other factors, such as seasonal beauty and places to stop and sit, are also desirable conditions. If you have any questions about this presentation or the community visioning process, contact the members of your local visioning committee or check us out on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. A complete set of assessment presentation boards can be found on the Keokuk webpage at www.communityvisioning.org/Keokuk.